The Johnsville Centrifuge and Science Museum presents Help Preserve the Mercury 7 Training Gondola. At the dawn of the 1960s, President Kennedy challenged the nation to embark on what would be the most ambitious project ever attempted in the United States of America.
First, I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal, before this decade is out, of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth.
While the nation marshaled its technical resources to meet the president's challenge, our early astronauts prepared for their missions by sharpening their minds and pushing their bodies to the limits of human endurance. Nowhere was this testing more grueling than at the human centrifuge at the Johnsville Naval Air Development Center, the NADC, in Warminster, Pennsylvania. Established in the mid-1940s, the NADC was home to the Johnsville Centrifuge and 30 other laboratories where the U.S. Navy tested classified secret technologies that contributed to our nation's winning of the Cold War. Upon its commissioning in 1950, the Johnsville Centrifuge was the largest and most powerful machine of its kind. With the capability to generate crushing 40 Gs, it's no surprise that it was recommended by John Glenn as the place to prepare astronauts for the gravitational forces they would experience during their historic missions. Through 1964, all training was conducted using a one-man capsule or gondola. The original gondola was removed and replaced by a larger version in 1964. Knowing its historic importance, the United States Navy sent the original training gondola to the Smithsonian Institute. It was left exposed to the elements and largely forgotten for decades. Eventually, the Smithsonian moved to deaccession the gondola, effectively taking it off its books. The trustees of the Johnsville Centrifuge and Science Museum mounted a successful effort to obtain the gondola and return it to Bucks County, where it was christened the Mercury 7 Gondola. But our work is just beginning. While the Mercury 7 Gondola is now back in Bucks County, it is showing the effects of being exposed to the elements for decades. It's in need of immediate preservation to save it from being lost forever. For now, it's been protectively shrink-wrapped while funds are being raised for its conservation. With your contribution, we can preserve this artifact, which played a key role in the early days of our country's space program. Funds will be used to build a structure which will protect the gondola and properly display it. Please donate today.
I'm going to step off the limb then. That's one small step for man.
Please take this step with us.
One giant leap for mankind.
Thank you. The Johnsville Centrifuge and Science Museum is a registered nonprofit entity wholly dependent upon public contributions. We receive no federal or state funding.